Welcome to the Red Pegasus Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Martin Garcia and Darian Clark.
So welcome to the Red Pegasus Podcast. It is a crowd fan favorite.
Yeah.
The year in review.
It's a host favorite too.
Yeah,
I
it's a
love
host
doing
favorite
these.
for sure. Yeah. We take so many things that happened this year, from events to wild stats to science or things in sports, what you name it. We are going to touch base on it on this show. All here in one. No categories off limits.
None.
No stat is off limits.
None.
No event. Nothing is too far off for your boys at the Red Pegasus Podcast.
Nothing.
So there is a lot to get into. It was a very busy year. And so we're going to jump into it because we don't want you sitting here for hours on end listening to 2023's events. So let's kick it off in January.
Yes, sir.
January 1st, 2023.
Start of the new year. How
Yep.
are we starting?
Yep. Avengers actor Jeremy Renner is accidentally run over by a snowplow, breaking more than 30 bones in his body near Reno, Nevada.
I can't believe that's how we started the year off.
Yeah, right?
And that's how he started the year off too.
Yeah, dude. I can't
Gosh.
imagine getting run over by a snowplow.
On the 3rd, we have Cristiano Ronaldo joined Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr for the biggest salary ever in football, leaving Manchester United after criticizing it publicly.
Oh, yeah. Signed a mega deal. Dude, that was insane. On the 5th of January, Pope Benedict XVI is laid to rest. He resigned in 2013 and Pope Francis was named his successor.
Nice. I'm glad you took that one because that Roman numeral would have just gone. I wouldn't have even known how to start it. On the 7th, Republican Kevin McCarthy was finally elected as Speaker of the House of Representatives after 15 ballots and most rounds of voting since 1860.
Yeah, I will say there's two things back to back here in the politics realm. This is not politics heavy, so don't leave now that we've just started. I want to say this is maybe 2 of 3 things in here that are political. Just happen to be at the front of the year.
Important stuff, though.
Yeah, important stuff. On the 9th, the White House counsel's office confirms that several classified documents from President Joe Biden's time as vice president were discovered last fall in an office at the Penn Biden Center.
All right. The 9th, we have college football national championship at SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Number 1 Georgia beats number 3 TCU 65-7.
Pretty bad.
58-point victory, most lopsided win championship game in history.
Yep.
Gosh,
Pretty sad that it happened to our own TCU, but
very embarrassing. But hey,
Georgia's
win some, you lose
nearly an NFL team, so they probably would have done that to anybody. On the 10th, Prince Harry's memoir Spare goes on sale worldwide, revealing controversial details of his upbringing and falling out with the British royal family. Man, that was pretty big, heavy news there.
That was. Learned a lot about Prince Harry. Some things that I rather would not have known. But
Right.
All right. It's whatever. Hey, it happens.
Put it in your own book, dude.
On the 12th, Lisa Marie Presley passed away at the age of 54, the only child from Elvis. Man,
Yep.
that's
That's
it.
sad.
There it goes.
Another death, sadly. On the 13th, the next day, Robbie Knievel passed away at the age of 60. Son of the legendary, what do you call it? Stuntman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Evil Knievel.
Yes.
Yes, the son of Evil Knievel passed away at age 60.
Which, like, just real quick, those two being children of, like, very prominent and big pop culture figures.
Yeah.
You see Tony Hawk's son married Kurt Cobain's daughter recently.
Really? I did not see
like,
that.
I think it was last month or something. They got married.
Wow.
Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's wild.
Those kids get married. All right. On the 18th, David Crosby passes away at the age of 81.
Lost a folk legend there. On the 22nd, Australian surfer Laura Inever sets world record riding the largest ever wave by a woman at 43.6 feet on Oahu's North Shore in Hawaii.
Man.
That's a massive wave.
So you went to Hawaii. How far away from Oahu were you?
About a 30-minute plane ride.
Really?
So I was on the big island. You can do a little plane hopping to each island. I never did it, but
yeah,
that's about how far it was.
Nice. On the 24th, the doomsday clock is moved ahead, indicating an unprecedented level of world troubles. The time is now 90 seconds to midnight.
Yeah, I've never done a whole lot of research on that, but since this happened, I was like, whoa, that's wild. Just because like all the wars that happened. And
yeah.
Very interesting.
It is very interesting.
We tested this clock so much, but
and it's also like a human-made clock where we just anytime something bad happens, we put it up,
right.
And then every time something good happens, we bring it back a little bit. Like, all right, what a great measure of humanity, I guess.
Yeah, interesting. Last thing here for the month of January, on the 25th, Facebook parent company Meta announces it will restore former President Donald Trump's accounts on Facebook and Instagram in the coming weeks, just over 2 years after suspending him in the wake of the January 6th Capitol attack.
Does he even use those? I don't even think he uses them.
Honestly, I don't think so.
I think he's still on that Truth Social.
Yeah.
Moving on into February, the 1st, Tom Brady re-announces his retirement after 23 seasons in the NFL. He led his teams to a record of 7 Super Bowl titles. The GOAT, no question.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. On the 2nd of February, defense officials announced the United States is tracking a suspected Chinese high-altitude surveillance balloon over the continental U.S. On February 4th, a U.S. military fighter jet shoots down the balloon over the Atlantic Ocean. And on June 29th, the Pentagon reveals the balloon did not collect intelligence while flying over the country, which I find very hard to believe.
Very hard to believe. On the 3rd, the Norfolk Southern freight train carrying hazardous material derails in East Palestine, Ohio. An evacuation order is issued for the area within a mile radius of the train crash. The order is lifted on February 8th. After returning to their homes, some residents report they had developed a rash and even nausea.
Dude, that's crazy.
Very crazy.
Yeah.
And then there was like this Netflix movie called like White Noise or something that was supposed to be like the same exact thing that happened there. A train derails carrying hazardous material, I think in the same city.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. There was just a whole bunch of like weird crap going on.
That is weird. On the 5th of February, 65th Grammy Awards happened. Harry Styles' Harry House won Best Album. Lizzo, About Damn Time, won Best Record. Bonnie Raitt's Just Like That won Best Song. And then Beyonce broke the record for most wins with her 32nd Grammy.
Wow, I had no idea it was that many. I mean, I know we talked about it, but it's like crazy to think about it again. Like, dang, 32nd Grammy?
That is crazy.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
On the 7th, LeBron James becomes the all-time scorer in the National Basketball Association, the NBA, surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, his record of 38,387.
Dang, dude. Everybody thought that record was unbreakable.
Yeah. Was it you or did I see this randomly on Instagram? It's like these two kids and they're like, they have a podcast and they're like talking about it. But they're like, dude, and this conspiracy theory, he had 38. Like he was 38,000 and he was born on the 38th day of December and he was 38. I was like, bro, all right, calm down.
Yeah. And there was even like the day Kareem broke this record of the former person who held the record.
Yeah.
LeBron James was born 38 weeks later.
Yeah.
He just kept on going on with this 38, dude. What the heck?
And then LeBron James was 38 inches tall at that time. Can you, bro? And then their reaction of just like, bro, no way. So you did share it?
Yeah, I shared it with our little group. Yeah.
I was like, gosh, dude, these guys are they're a trip, man.
Yeah, dude. Did you know what temperature it was when that happened?
38 degrees Fahrenheit, bro.
That's insane, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyways, I think he's getting close to 40,000 points, so
wow.
Keep on the lookout for that. On the 12th, Super Bowl 57, State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Philadelphia Eagles 38-35. Your
Yes,
MVP is Mr. Sir Patrick Mahomes himself.
Once again, I'm glad you took that Roman numeral because I would have said LVII.
LVI.
On the 22nd, astronomers reveal Webb telescope data is appending existing theories of how early galaxies were formed after finding 6 massive galaxies 100 times larger than expected soon after the Big Bang.
Wow.
Gosh.
That's crazy, man. The amount of technology we're using for space blows my mind.
It does, yeah.
Yet we still haven't been back to the moon since the 60s.
Dude, did we ever go to the moon? I'm just playing.
Don't know.
I don't even want to start that.
Speaking of conspiracy,
let's go to the 28th.
Screw the year in review. Let's just talk about conspiracy theory. On the 28th, FBI Director Christopher Wray confirms the Bureau believes COVID-19 pandemic likely originated from a lab accident in Wuhan, China.
Great. Now we're canceled. Now this episode is removed from all streaming platforms. You won't hear that. March, starting off on the 1st, social media site TikTok announces a 60-minute daily screen time for users under 18, though with an opt-out clause in response to concerns about its addictive and harmful algorithms.
I don't know how you do that, but okay. On the 2nd, SpaceX and NASA launch a fresh crew of astronauts on a mission to the ISS, kicking off a roughly 6-month stay in space. The mission, which is carrying 2 NASA astronauts, a Russian cosmonaut, and an astronaut from the UAE, took off from NASA's Kennedy Space Station in Florida. 6 months.
Wow.
I don't think I could do that. I'd just be living on edge up there, like full of anxiety.
Yeah.
Like this thing could blow up at any moment. And I'm just like,
dude, heck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
We'll talk about blowing up here in a minute underwater. But yeah, what else happened on the 2nd?
Real quick though, it's crazy to me that, and it's awesome to see that no matter how much conflict there is in the world, when it comes to science and like scientists, they're just like, dude, whatever. Like, let's just continue doing our thing.
Right.
So you have a Russian astronaut or cosmonaut, and you have someone from the UAE. It was someone from the U.S.
and then 2 from the U.S. Yeah.
I was like, man, that's just great to see.
Love it. Yeah.
As much trouble and conflict as there is, let's just continue going to space and discovering new things.
They're like, we're going to be up there while all y'all are going to have you having all this trouble. You know what I mean? Like, let's all be in unity
we'll be good up there.
while they're burning on Earth.
Yeah. Also, real quick note, I saw this movie over the Thanksgiving break, Stowaway on Netflix. It's about a space movie and going to space. Avoid it. Don't watch it.
Okay.
Horrible ending.
Noted.
Just don't watch it.
Opposite of Suggs and Rex.
Very opposite. On the 2nd... Continuing on the 2nd of March, we had another big thing. The jury in the double murder trial of Alex Murda finds him guilty of murdering his wife and son. Murda, the 54-year-old scion of a prominent and powerful family of local lawyers and solicitors, is also found guilty of 2 counts of possession of a weapon during a commission of a violent crime in the killings of Margaret Maggie Murda and Paul Murda on June 7th, 2021. You got to say it like that. When I was watching the documentary, that's how they were, Murda. I was like, are they saying murder? Like, right. I can't tell with their accent. It's so hard.
It's like they didn't want to officially like give them credit, like say their names. So it's like they're going to construe Murda.
It's like the dude has murder in his last name. He did it. Like, you can't get away from that.
Oh, man, that's great. Sorry for all the words on that one, Martin. Didn't want to miss any important information.
I was blowing through that.
Yeah. March 9th, Recording Industry Association of America's 2022 year-end report states vinyl record sales exceeded CD sales for the first time since 1987.
Wow.
Vinyl records sold 41 million, and in CDs that sold, there were 33 million.
Wow.
Dang, dude.
I'm also still mind-blown that there's CDs being sold.
Yeah, right. 33 million. Who's buying CDs?
Dude, I have no idea. I actually know somebody who's like a CD collector, though.
Oh, yeah?
Buy CDs for favorite artists, if they have it available. Where are we? 10th?
Yep.
On the 10th of March, we have California Silicon Valley Bank The main bank for tech startups collapses after a sudden bank run and credit crisis. Largest U.S. bank to fail since 2008. Oof.
I remember that. I was like, wait, hold up. This can happen? So, like, I need to pull my money out of my bank? You know, like, what?
Again?
On the 16th, Houston Zoo announces their oldest resident, Mr. Pickles,
Ooh.
who is 90, is finally a father with Mrs. Pickles, who is 53. The parents of the 3 rare baby radiated tortoises named Dill, Gherkin, and Jalapeno.
Hey, throw it back to dill and jalapeno on the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. Awesome, son. That's awesome.
On the 17th, American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift launches her hugely successful Eras World Tour. Estimates suggest that her tour will generate more than 1 billion. That's billion with a B. Gosh.
Unbelievable.
Congrats to her, though, man.
And this is only the beginning of the Taylor Swift things that are on this list.
But don't forget, let's tax the rich, right?
Right. On the 22nd, Microsoft founder Bill Gates, speaking of the rich, says development of artificial intelligence is the most important technological advance since the graphical user interface GUI in 1980. Wild.
Yeah, AI is scary, but like, I just still don't understand it, so I'm like not too scared, but
I don't think anybody truly understands what AI is yet.
no.
I had somebody ask me that in India, like, what's AI? I was like, that is a fantastic question. But I'll sum it up with some things I can show you. You know,
Yeah,
like,
because it's I don't know how I'm thinking of it is from what I've seen and have been told so far from like ChatGPT and stuff like that. It's just a Google search engine because it's grabbing things that are already on the internet and
Right.
just bringing it to you.
yeah.
So it's not necessarily like thinking on its own. But then I hear stories of it teaching itself its own language, and I'm like, all right, now we're going too far.
Dude, yeah.
On the 23rd, Harry Kane overtakes Wayne Rooney's record to become England's all-time greatest goal scorer in 2-1 victory over Italy with his 54th goal.
Pretty wild. Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
On the 27th, possibility of bases on the moon becomes a greater possibility after 300 billion tons of water stored in glass beads on moon's surface identified in lunar soil samples collected by China's Chang'e 5.
Wow.
Wild.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
On the 30th, former U.S. President Donald Trump is indicted by a grand jury on 31 counts of falsifying business records, making him the first current and former U.S. president to be charged with a crime.
Bum, ba-da-bum. Dang. Later, he was found not guilty, though, right?
I think so.
Moving on to April. On the 6th, Guinness World Record for largest afro at 5 feet 5 inches set for the third time by Avon Dugas of Reserve, Louisiana.
Wow.
Dude, the afro's taller than a lot of people.
Like, it's taller than kids. Jeez.
5 feet 5 inches.
Dang. That is crazy. On the 12th, New York City appoints its first ever rat czar as Kathleen Cordy becomes the city's first ever director of rat mitigation. That is disgusting. So on to the next.
They have a job just for that, though. On the 12th of April, also, Ghana is the first country to approve a new vaccine for malaria.
Wow.
The Mosquirix RTSS made at Oxford University. First time a major new vaccine first approved in Africa. Pretty cool.
Very cool. On the 20th, SpaceX's Starship rocket, the most powerful ever made with 33 booster engines, launches in historic test. Flight from Boca Chica, Texas, explodes 4 minutes into flight with blame centering on Elon Musk's rush to launch on 4/20.
He's such a savage sometimes.
The dude also just like has money where he's like, hey, if it blows up, we could just build another one.
Yeah, right.
That's fun.
Exactly. On the 24th of April, India surpasses China as the world's most populous country according to the UN estimates, with
Wow.
1,425,775,850 people. That number is estimated to reach 1.7 billion by 2064.
Holy crap.
That is insane.
That is crazy.
That's so many people, man.
Dang. On the 24th, Tucker Carlson, Fox News' most popular primetime host, is fired from the cable network.
That was pretty big when that happened.
Very big, yeah.
On the 25th, American singer, actor, producer, and civil rights activist Harry Belafonte was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022.
Nice.
Yeah.
On the 27th, Jerry Springer passes away at the age of 79.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Jerry.
Jerry.
Moving on to May, the 2nd, the Hollywood Writers Guild of America strike begins. The strike would stretch into late September. Messes up with our shows.
Nice. Not nice, though, but I think it's over now. So,
Yes, it is over now.
thinking things are now starting to get back into production.
Yes, so 2024 should be a lit year of content.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, 2024 and 25, we're just going to be seeing like back-to-back TV shows and movies.
Season 3 and season 4 of a show is going to come out at once. Like,
May 2nd. Oh, wait, no, you already did that. May 6th, King Charles III is crowned in the United Kingdom. His coronation is the first in 7 decades following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. That's not funny. The way I said decades was funny.
I was about to say, why are you laughing,
no,
dog?
that was not,
Dude,
that was not funny.
you hating on the
was-
Brits or what?
yeah, America. But no, it was how I said decades.
I track.
R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth.
Yes. On the 9th of May, George Harrison's Here Comes the Sun becomes first Beatles song to register 1 billion streams on Spotify.
Wow.
It is also the oldest song to do so.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good song, too.
Mm-hmm.
On the 10th, first children born in the UK with DNA from 3 people using mitochondrial replacement therapy, MRT, in an attempt to prevent baby from inheriting mitochondrial DNA mutations.
A lot of big words there, but
That is way above my head,
isn't that crazy?
but very crazy. DNA from 3 different people.
Yeah. Like, what is happening in this world? On May 17th, Nepali Sherpa Kami Rita Sherpa, 53, climbs Mount Everest for a record 27th time.
Mm.
Dude,
What a name.
if you climb the mountain one time, it's like, you're incredible.
Yeah.
27 times in 53 years of her life.
That is very crazy.
Yep.
Mount Everest is the tallest one, right?
It's actually technically not the tallest one, but it's the highest elevated one.
Oh, does that make
Some
sense?
mountains
are
start
taller,
below
but
sea
they
level.
Start below.
Yeah.
Got it. On the 18th, Jim Brown passes away at the age of 87.
Legendary football player. Didn't know if you knew that, Martin. Sorry, I forgot to put that in there.
Did not.
Yes. Legendary football player. Running back position.
The more you know.
Paved the way. On the 24th of May, American-born singer and longtime rhythm and blues icon Tina Turner dies. Turner was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo performer in 2021.
Nice. The 27th, Texas, I thought it said Texas Roadhouse. Texas House of Representatives votes to impeach Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton. Just the third official, just the third official in Texas history.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Some little Texan news there. And on May 28th, surgeons complete world's first whole eyeball transplant with a partial facial transplant for a U.S. veteran lineman injured in an accident. It happened at a NYU Langone Health Center.
Wow.
An entire eyeball. How does that even
Entire
work?
Eyeball.
Like, you can use it too. Like, what?
Yeah.
You're using
I have
somebody
no
else's
idea.
eye to see?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Transplants in general are just so weird
Yeah, it's
and crazy. And the fact that your body can also reject the transplant, it's like, nah,
Yeah.
we don't bond well with this person.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
June. Starting off the June month on the 6th, probably going to end this episode here just because we've got a lot. So we're going to split it up, 6 months and 6 months.
Yep.
June 6th, in a stunning development, the PGA Tour, DP World Tour, and Live Golf League agree to unify to create its own for-profit entity to be run by the PGA Tour and funded by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund.
That was pretty wild news because for a couple of years there, they were like enemies, like rivals in the golf scene. And here they are merging.
Yeah.
PGA's like, sweet, we'll take your money.
Yeah,
like, thanks.
But were they though?
I don't know.
Because they like basically ban golfers who went to Live Tour to not participate in PGA Tour.
Yeah.
And now they're together.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think it's a sticky situation. So we'll see how it plays out. Like with it being in effect for a full calendar year.
Yeah.
On June 7th, Britain's Boxford timber, identified as UK's oldest decoratively carved wood at 6,000 years old by radiocarbon dating after being found in a West Berkshire home during house renovations.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
6,000 years ago. On the 9th, 4 Colombian children are found safe after surviving 40 days in the Colombian jungle after their plane crashed, killing 3 adults on board. Jeez.
Yeah, I remember reading about that story. Like, that's going to be a movie here pretty soon.
Oh, it's got to.
Like,
it's going to be.
And like one of those kids was like a baby, like infant.
Really?
And like the older kid was like taking care of this, like maybe it was a toddler, but it wasn't any older than a toddler.
Yeah.
Like, you need somebody to take care of that kid. And like these kids are just running around the jungle, like trying to find help, anything. Like, no resources, no food. That's crazy, man. 40 days, unbelievable. On June 12th, NBA Finals concluded. The Denver Nuggets beat the Miami Heat 94-89 to win the franchise's first championship. They clinched the series 4-1, and your MVP was Denver center Nikola Jokic.
Wow, Denver Nuggets, huh?
Yep.
On the 13th, the Stanley Cup Final, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The Vegas Golden Knights beat the Florida Panthers 9-3 to clinch 4-1 series win. Franchise's first title in only 6th year in the NHL. MVP was Jonathan Mashanovs.
Yeah.
VGK forward.
Yeah. MVP was Jonathan. Yep. Good job, Jonathan.
Marchessault. Oh,
yeah.
That was a lot easier than I thought.
Yeah, that's pretty wild in and of itself. 6th year in the NHL and they won the ship. There are teams in the NHL that have been in there for years and never won.
Oof.
On June 18th, Ocean Gate's Titan submersible is believed to have imploded hours after beginning its descent to the wreck of the Titanic. And 4 days later, on June 22nd, following a massive search for that submersible, U.S. authorities announced the vessel suffered a catastrophic implosion, killing all 5 people aboard.
Jeez.
Remember when that was happening? That was such big news. Like, every start of every news show was like an update on that.
Yeah.
It was wild, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, super crazy.
Then finally, finishing off the month of June, on the 30th, U.S. Supreme Court rules 6-3 against the Biden administration's student debt forgiveness plan for 40 million students, saying the president overstepped his authority. Man, what a way to end the episode.
Yeah, that was such a bummer.
Bad news.
As a guy with some debt, I was like, I had a little bit of hope, but I didn't at the same time. Like, it kind of, I knew it wasn't going to go through, but
I knew it wasn't going to go through either, but still hope.
Yeah. So
we're giving billions to Ukraine, so I thought, maybe give $1 billion to us, but
help out your.
That's for, so too much to ask for somehow.
Yeah, your own people, right?
Yeah.
So. We're not stating our political stance here at all. We're just talking about this one specific topic.
I would like to get some money.
Yeah, sure. Right. Wouldn't everybody in this world? Not that anybody truly, really cares about high school football, but if you haven't noticed, in Texas, it's kind of a big deal. And I just wanted to mention one thing that came out from this. It's gone viral.
Okay.
On social, at least on the sports end. I guess if you're not in the sports algorithms, you're probably not going to see this.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
So when I say viral, to the sports community. DeSoto won the 6A Division II state championship.
Yes.
They have an offensive lineman on their team who is a junior.
Mm-hmm.
A junior in high school. His name is, I don't want to get this wrong, so I'm just looking it back up again. His name is Byron Washington. He is 6 foot 8 inches tall.
Jeez.
And he is 380 pounds.
Holy smokes. And he's in high school?
High
a
school.
junior?
A junior.
Gosh.
And there's a picture of him blocking a defensive lineman who is not a small kid either.
Yeah.
He is 6 foot 4 inches.
Dang.
And 215 pounds. The dude's bigger than me.
Yeah.
And it shows him blocking him, and he literally looks like I'm blocking my daughter. You know, like insane. This offensive lineman for DeSoto looks like a grown man, bigger than most NFL players.
Damn, dude.
And yeah, he helped lead DeSoto to their back-to-back state championship in 6A and Division II. And also just closing out the other side, Duncanville won 6A Division I. They won back-to-back state championships as well.
Those two are like always
It's like,
winning it, right?
Yeah.
DeSoto and Duncanville.
They've been up there a
Their
lot
divisions.
in the past few years. And it's so funny because they're like right next to each other. It's like, it's a rivalry in and of itself.
Yeah.
And here they are, like top 10 school in the country,
Dang.
let alone the best school in the state.
That's crazy. Dude, that guy is so huge.
Yeah.
That kid is so huge. Dang.
Out of the 12 state champions across every district in the UIL, 10 of them. No, sorry. Out of the 14 across UIL state districts, 12 of them were from North Texas. So shouts to the Metroplex.
Dang.
Yep. Coming through.
Holy smokes.
Coming through for the community.
Seriously. Texas football, man.
Yeah.
Texas football.
And I think that's a big reason why it went viral, that picture.
Yeah.
Because it's not only like, everyone's always like, what are they feeding them kids down there in Texas?
Yeah, seriously, bro. Steaks? Texas Roadhouse?
6'8", 380. Also, I just want to mention real quick, Martin, did you see this park that just got approved? They're finally going to be getting into construction along the Trinity River.
Oh, really?
Yes. I saw it on Instagram. Dallas is officially getting a new 250-acre park along the Trinity River. I'm just going to read this post about the park. It's a transformational park near downtown that will combine nature and urban living, and it looks amazing. Spanning 250 acres along the river, Harold Simmons Park is officially breaking ground in 2024, and there are all the details right here. What to expect. The park's inaugural build will cover 22 acres, aka the West Overlook, promising 20 distinct, unique experiences. It will include a playground featuring 6 towers and 4 slides, event lawn for gatherings and festivals. Like they'll have like even outdoor movie theater there too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
They have a shed structure for markets and art crawls. They have a 2-acre bike and skate park.
Oh, cool.
They'll have a dog park. They'll have 2 sand volleyball courts, a shaded basketball court, pickleball courts, prairie walk-through wildflowers, a splash pad with water repurposed for plant irrigation, 2-story cafe, a cable ferry for kids along a canal.
Whoa.
But it's not clear when the project will be complete, but pretty cool. They have like specific location and plans set out for it. So it's like
Nice.
Really cool. They have renderings posted on Instagram, and we can probably repost these on our Instagram later on, but it's cool. Like throughout some of the images, you see the skyline in the background.
Yeah.
Like, and then you see the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge in the background of the park. It's just like
Haha, that's pretty dope.
really cool renderings, and finally, man, something coming into fruition. They've been talking about this for years.
Yeah, and I'm glad they're not like giving it up to more developments and business and
Yep.
stuff like that.
For sure.
More of a community gathering area.
Yep. It's a company out of San Antonio and Austin called Lake Flotto Architects. They're going to be fronting the project, and the things they build are just like gorgeous. So
Yeah.
whatever's going to be on top of this park is probably going to be really
Nice.
cool just to go
Yeah.
check out. So
Cool.
awesome little development coming for Dallas. Some greenery.